Welcome to Community Real Estate Roots, Agents Building Relationships, where we explore the heart of real estate through meaningful connections as they guide you through stories behind every sold sign and dive into how agents nurture communities, one home and one relationship at a time.
Welcome back. So we haven't been together in a little while, so we're going to play catch up today. Y'all down for it?
Yep.
Down for it.
Right.
What have you been up to, Lisa?
Well, first we're missing someone.
Deidre, it's going to be so quiet throughout
Yes,
this podcast.
I know. I don't know how we're going to do this without her laughing and smiling and jumping right
And being
in.
Deidre. I know.
But she's out being a realtor.
She is. She is getting that contract.
She's getting a new construction contract, actually for her daughter and son-in-law that they have been working on for months and months
hard
and
to
months.
get that, yeah.
So
it's finally coming to fruition.
So I told her that was a much more important place to be than sitting around a table talking to us.
Yes.
So, and she'd come to the office today too. So,
gotcha.
But that's where Deidre said. That's why she's not here today.
What's been up with you?
Actually, it's been kind of crazy. I think when we were here before, I had just officially received my broker license that was coming. But now I am officially the qualifying broker for the Hoover office.
Yay!
With also supporting our new Calera office.
I don't even know if we've talked about our Calera office on here. Have we?
I think we made the
mention in there.
We mentioned it, but we really wasn't at a place to dive deep into what we're doing with that. So pretty exciting, but also I am still a realtor, so I have to balance that job between my broker responsibilities. But it's really cool, just trying to figure out how to balance it, so I'm not working 7 days a week. Because, we burn ourselves out really bad.
I'm failing in the balancing department. I will straight tell you. I have pulled myself absolutely thin lately. So trying to get everything back organized.
Well, when you get down to the end of the year, it's like your planner goes away. I mean, it's sitting there with you, but you're not as into it as you are when it comes January. No different than you're changing your eating habits or you're doing this, that, and the other.
New year.
Yeah. Your planner is like very precise for like the first 6 months of the year. And then it gets scribbled and then you start putting stuff on a notepad and it's all scattered all over the place. And I think that's how we get ourselves in the position of...
That's where I'm at.
Working crazy because the appointment's not down in a book. And then you book another one and you're like, oh.
Yep.
Done that. How am I going to do this?
Well, it's all fits and starts.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so I think it's because we're down to the last 60 days of the year. Can you believe I just said that? 2025 will be here in 60 plus days.
Ugh.
Christmas will be over.
That's a true statement, whether you say it in January or October.
I know, but when it just seems like we just did that. I'm
ready for it. I'm here for it.
I'm ready for the Calera office.
Me too.
I'm super excited about that.
Me too.
That's been a trip.
They're going to start painting tomorrow.
Yes.
That's pretty exciting.
Yep.
And then the first week of November, we're going to do some setup in the office.
Yes. All the boxes of furniture that has to be put together is sitting in Hoover at the back door. More got brought in yesterday.
Nice.
So I'm pretty sure it's going to fill up the back of a truck.
Hey, Matt has a truck.
It's a little truck now.
2-3 trips. We can do it.
And now Stephanie and Jackson are coming to help put furniture together.
Cool.
That's all I can say about that.
We should just shoot a podcast while we're sitting there watching them put furniture together.
Yeah. Well, I was going to find somebody to pay if that wasn't going to happen because you don't want me. It will be January before I can get furniture put together. And that won't work because we have a ribbon cutting November the 19th.
No, we just tell Deidre she doesn't get a chair until the furniture gets put together, and then she'll be all
Oh,
about it.
Deidre needs her chair.
She does.
She
does
loves
need
her
her
chair.
She was
God
so excited
bless.
about that chair.
Yeah. Or she'll just sit up on one of the tall ones that are already back behind the bar.
That's what she said. She's
Oh, yeah.
like,
Yeah,
I
I mean, just
so
and she
much.
will. That'll become her. That'll become her
She's
little
a
spot.
go with the flow.
Yep,
No, I'm really excited about that office. It's in a prime location, right there at 25 and 31.
It is.
And it's handy to the Ventura Cafe Coffee Company, and we've got wish we had a little snack shop down there, like a sandwich shop or something. But because you got to, take your life in your own hands to go to Subway. But
well, hopefully I think they have some stuff in the works going on. So over the next 24 months, I think we'll see all of that go into play.
it's definitely not slowing down there at all.
Oh, no, they just split a bigger store into two, and there's
I think there's two
two
new merchants coming in on Main Street.
a hair salon, and what was the other one?
Something to do with plants.
Oh, please be hunting.
Oh.
Please be hunting.
It's not
no,
hunting.
no.
Not hunting.
Negative on
Sorry. Frou.
Yeah, negative
No,
on
no hunting.
negative on hunting. So, the media still makes it sound like,
Nothing's going on in real
nothing's
estate.
going on in real estate.
Well, that's a lie.
There's no buyers left.
That's a lie. I'm busier now
Mhm.
than I have been this year at all.
Yeah.
I can honestly say that I've never had 5 under contract at one time, and that is what I have going on right now.
And it's insane to handle.
And it is insane to handle. I'm literally having to write everything down now because
You have to.
I don't want to forget anything. I don't want to miss a step, and I don't want to disappoint my clients. So yeah, it's insane right now, and I think I've already taken on 2 new buyers this past week and a possible seller. So it's not slowing down.
No, it's not.
It's not. No
It's
matter
not
what
slowing
the
down.
media says.
I was having a conversation with an agent the other day, and I said, where that news comes from is, as in any industry, you have the people that work and plan and drive the business and work it, and then you have those that just want it to come to them. Well, we are in an era that it's not just going to come to them.
No, definitely doesn't come. You've got to work for it.
You have to work for it, and be present just to everyone. And don't be that person that asks everybody, you want to buy a house? I mean,
No.
really?
No, it's
I mean,
the most annoying thing.
it is. It is very annoying. Or do you want to sell your house? I'm like, okay, why don't you just have a conversation with them? So, yeah.
Build a relationship with them instead of just that transaction.
Yeah.
Speaking of buyers too, there's a lot of folks. I've been holding a lot of open houses lately, and folks are still having trouble understanding what went on with the NAR and how we're dealing with the buyer agency and how we explain it to them. There's still a lot of confusion out there.
Yeah. We'll need to do another segment on that and just kind of bring some of it up to speed. So what else is happening in your lives? I know you're in the woods every day.
No, I wish I was.
Oh, okay.
I've got son number 2 is still in basic training, and he had his 21st birthday this past Sunday, but apparently somebody in his company had decided they needed food in the barracks, and that's a big no-no in basic. And
Oh, yeah.
so
I bet
the whole
that is.
punishment, and so no phone privileges. But luckily enough, his company commander, this young captain, is very active on Facebook and was quick to say, "Hey, folks, I'm sorry, but this is the deal, and
Right.
we had to punish everybody." And so I was scrolling through the comments, looking at all the wah, 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 hoping to talk to my husband or my girlfriend or whatever. And I thought about just writing in there, "Hey, man, good job, dude." It's like,
Yeah.
that's the
Well,
way it is.
Yeah, it's basic training, but they're there to learn a job.
Oh, yes.
I mean, it's not just 6 weeks of 6 or 8 weeks of camp, wherever, how long it is.
Yeah, and it's different these
Nice.
days with cell phones. Back in the day, I went through and they had payphones on the wall, and I remember the drill sergeant said, you can call home like once every 10 days, and if you don't get a connection, then
Right.
leave a message on an answering machine, and that's too bad, so sad.
Right.
But they warned us, woe be the person that has caller ID at your hometown and they call us back, because that payphone rings, and it's not for a drill sergeant. So I remember laying in my bunk one night and heard ring, and I was like, oh God, who is that? And it was some dude's girlfriend calling to see if he was available to chat.
Are you allowed to answer it?
No, the drill
Oh,
sergeant answered the
I
phone.
think so.
He was very polite,
Yeah.
but as soon as that phone
But
went
not to
click,
him, yeah.
Yeah.
there was hell to pay.
Yeah.
Mm.
And unfortunately, it was my platoon.
I guess when you leave that message, you need to be very specific on, by the way, don't call me back.
Oh, well, his nickname was
So
Sleepy, and but I remember the drill sergeant. We could hear him downstairs. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Have a good evening, ma'am. I will
Thank-
tell him that, ma'am. Yes. Click, and then you heard Sleepy, and we were like, oh God. And the guy
Again.
next to me is like, oh man, oh no, man, oh no, and I'm like, dude, you gotta go talk to the drill sergeant. He was like, Sleepy, your girlfriend loves you. Come here. And I was like, oh.
So he's done when? It's not too
He'll be
long,
done
right?
late February, early March.
Okay.
Depends on the pipeline. Now, it kind of sucks for him because he will have every basic training does have their family day weekend. So
Right.
they do a ceremony. They call it turning green. So when you
Right.
complete your basic and then transition to your job, your AIT, in his case, he'll stay right there at Fort Moore, the base formerly known as Benning. And then, but a lot of soldiers will transition to different posts across the U.S. to do different jobs. And so he will actually get about 2.5, 3 weeks off for Christmas.
Oh,
And
that's nice.
yeah, well, that'll be really good for the family.
Yeah.
But, when you're in a situation like that, you just want to put your head down and get done.
Yeah.
And so I'm really looking forward to seeing him.
Yeah.
And especially experiencing the changes in his personality that will undoubtedly occur after this, what's a good word for it, test of his will.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And
So,
so then son number 3 got a, what do they call it? They call it the ambassador scholarship from Montevallo.
oh, nice.
So he went and did his tour last week, and he came back. He was pretty excited about that. He's got his Montevallo shirt, and so we've
I'm
got.
telling you, Montevallo stepped up their game.
That's where my daughter's at. She's junior at Montevallo, so.
Yeah, it's a great little campus.
Right.
And
I mean,
so
it's literally 5 minutes from home.
Well, and they have one of the largest teaching nursing facilities
yeah,
around now because they literally built.
it's a nice pipeline into UAB's postgraduate
Yeah, but they
programs.
actually, where their training center is a replica of a hospital
Oh yeah, yeah.
inside, and they said you don't find them like that.
There are premier training centers for that, but typically they're for like level 1 trauma centers.
Yeah, but no,
So-
that's their regular nursing center. I was like, you go, Montevallo.
Yeah, like the Air Force actually there's a, I think it's Northwestern University. Maybe I'm wrong there, or it could be Brown. They do training there, but they also have like a straight up surgical suite that's on the back of a C-17 aircraft. So when
Yeah.
soldiers get injured overseas, they lift off, and as soon as they get altitude, they're cutting and they're doing surgery all the way to Germany. And so it's pretty cool what medicine has done these days, and what they've taken from that tactical scenario
Right.
and migrated into the civilian sector. Because during times of peace, those level 1 trauma centers are
Right.
the centers of learning for our healthcare
Yep.
providers.
Yeah,
So it's really cool stuff.
that's awesome. How are your kids? I only see pictures of your dogs, so
We talk about insurance and
So my car insurance is going up because my daughter had a wreck on Saturday. Thankfully, she is okay.
I'm fixing to say, let's make
She's-
sure we're saying she's
Oh,
okay.
she is okay. She is literally okay. I was literally showing a house, and she called me, and I hit decline. And she called back, and I hit decline again. And I'm like, you
Third
know
time
what?
you have to answer.
I'm like, you know what? I need to answer. So I did. Of course, she was a little hysterical, but she was fine. She just hit a car. She was not, unfortunately, paying attention to what she was doing. And I do think it's a little learning lesson for her because she is sporting around a car that has been wrecked now, and it's not pretty.
Yes.
So,
You know,
and we don't have We have insurance. We don't have liability on it because it's like a
Right.
it's like an '07.
You
It's
would
got
pay
like
more. Right.
300,000 miles on
It's
it.
a beater with a heater.
It is a beater with a
Right.
heater. I was totally planning on getting her something when she graduated. Obviously, she's forcing my hand now, but she's gonna drive it around for a little while and
Exciting.
sporting that, and then
It's got wheels, turns on.
I guess about I don't know 3 or 4 weeks ago, my son's car died.
I know you've had an issue with cars for like a month or so.
And I just spent $1,500 on my car last week.
It just rains,
So
it pours.
it does. It has definitely been raining and pouring on the car side of my family.
But that's your 3, right? Trouble comes in 3s.
Oh, I guess. I hope so. Like, let's knock on some wood, but not on the table. But yeah. So other than that, I mean, other than that stress, everything else is going good. Work is great. Like,
Yeah, when it kind of all falls together, it's kind of cool.
it is really cool once because it is falling together. Everything is moving right along. My November should be off the chain, which I'm excited about because it is the most I've ever been able to complete at one time, and just kind of excited about it. So.
That's fantastic.
You can pay for your fuel ticket.
And my New York trip in December.
There you go.
Do you want to explain that, fuel?
ERA, which I call the mothership, we have a national annual convention. That's basically what it is. It's more of a training, upscale type thing. So agents, brokers, owners, franchise owners, everybody from all over the world. Mm-hmm. Like I met an agent last year from France. You just get to hear all aspects of real estate from all over the world. So leadership comes in, you have these great nighttime events. We have a great party on the last night. Mm-hmm. It was in Nashville last year, which was great because we could drive to Nashville.
3 or 4 hours away. It was awesome.
So we were able to do that. But the really cool thing, I think some of the agents like Priscilla and Joanne that went last year for the first time really figured out the value because it is pricey. I mean, you're like paying for a vacation, but the learning, the amount of classes, training sessions that you get to sit in on, and you just get to pick them.
And the networking with other agents across the world.
Well, and that's how you get your referrals. Mm-hmm. I mean, you build a referral network with other agents that you keep in touch with, and then that adds to your business, no different than you sending something to them. So the president of ER is there. You've got all your presidents of training and everything, and it's just a great 3 days, kind of 4 you travel on a day. But this year, where is it?
It's in San Diego.
San Diego. We're going all the way across the United States.
Yeah.
In the end of February, the first part of March, which should be perfect weather in San Diego that time of year. Because everybody says it's perfect all year long, but if you go to San Diego in the wintertime, it's still cold. You have to have a jacket on. Yeah, it may be 60 degrees, but the wind across the water coming in is really chilly.
Yeah.
So it's not. They still have wintertime for them. So super excited about that. And so far, there's like 6 or 7 of us going.
Mm-hmm. I'm going
from the office.
My husband said he's going.
Yeah, he's going.
He's going.
Yeah.
So, yep, looking forward to it.
He'll go hang out at the sightseeing at the naval base.
Yes, probably.
Well, the hotel we're staying in, just from about all sides, the view is to the naval base.
Gotcha.
Because it's on the bay.
Okay.
And it takes up most of the bay going out into the Pacific for there. It's really cool, and I've been in there. I haven't been to there, but I've seen it when you fly in. It's like it's there. So that's a cool way to start out 2025.
That is
Getting revved up for the business.
that's what I'll be doing. You gonna join us?
No.
I know. I knew he would
Okay.
he would be a party pooper.
Oh, I guess every party has to have people.
I don't mind a party. I'm just not a West Coast guy.
Well,
For work.
it's work. You're not really.
I mean, you're not
You're not.
being a little tourist out there.
Yeah.
You're gonna work.
It's just I spent a number of years with the military, especially when I was stationed back at the base formerly known as Bragg, living out of a suitcase. So it was constantly on airplanes going to places like the West Coast or Canada or all over the U.S. And it was just
I know. Right?
I know it sounds great, but I'm telling you after. You can only do so many hotels and so many airports, and it just gets old. Time zone changes and all that. And
It's
so
only 3 days.
I was gonna say I'm looking forward to just 3 days.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
I'll be more than happy to hold down the office in Calera.
We
There
will
we go. We need
definitely
someone to
let
hold down the
you-
office.
We
It
will
will be
definitely, because
met.
I think Deidre's going
I
to.
think
Now, if
we
you want to
talked
do
her.
fuel in New England, then I'll go there. No problem.
We'll work on that next year.
Yeah,
The year after
we'll
next.
see. I don't.
And try and, especially if it's in the fall, try and tie it in with a moose hunt.
Yeah.
God.
I mean, it's been in New York before.
Really?
New York State or New York City?
There's New York City.
Hey, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's a different place every year.
Well, that's the other problem is I really don't do crowds. I have a very hard time with large volumes of people. I can do
I do too, but
It's kind of hard to hold a convention out in the middle of the woods.
but no, it's not actually.
It is when you see how many. I mean, when I tell you there's
there's a lot
a
of
lot
people
of people, it's a lot of people.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah.
Like Nashville, we had 4 different hotels within a couple of blocks
You think anybody sold anything while they were there?
because it was.
Yes, actually, because there
oh,
was, you would be amazed at how many
Yeah.
people would be sitting there, like listening to the guest speaker, and you see somebody pull out their laptop
Yep.
and
Oh
really
no,
quickly. Like,
everybody was working.
I mean, I had I don't think I signed anything, but I was dealing with buyers and clients
Right.
from the phone. So yeah, I mean, I think
We
things
never
were
quit.
going on. Yeah,
We never quit working.
Yeah.
I was going to say, wouldn't that be hilarious if you're sitting there and you're from out of town, you pick up a buyer and you do a referral to a local agent who's sitting a couple rows in front of you?
No,
Yeah.
we just bribed somebody on the ground to be boots on the ground. So.
Yeah.
But that's all that's going on.
Yes. So I think it was great catching up with everyone, and stay tuned for our next episode.
Goodbye.
Thanks for listening. Please remember to subscribe to our podcast on your favorite podcast platform or subscribe to our YouTube channel, Your Neighbor, Your Agents. Please visit www.yourneighboryouragents.com.